Got to change my way of living. Got to change my style.
Our subject this morning essentially is esoteric alchemy.
Hermits? Well, I'm all alone in the city. Hermits? Yes, won't someone please have a little pity?
See, if we had the true name of Creator, imagine the power we would have. Because that is a vibration that opens portals, that allows that essence, that energy, that power, that light to come in. And they, the powers at which they be, they is scared of that.
I walk toward the light as I turn my back to Babylon. My prayers invoke the emanations of the tetragrammaton, purifying the soul like alchemical transmutation. We strive toward total spiritual emancipation. Spirit strengthened with every trial and tribulation. We walk the yellow brick road of rehabilitation, ignoring dark forces' attempts at my manipulation. Negative thoughts of jealousy and discrimination. We focus on the elimination of the inner Satan. This is the narrow path of redemption and liberation, the journey of Theosis' return of the prodigal son. The divine realization that we are all one.
The journey of the soul, the path of perfection, the awakening of the inner Christ, spirit resurrection, the alchemical marriage, return to the heavenly palace. I found the center of self and reestablish my balance. This is the journey of the soul, path of redemption, the awakening of the inner Christ, spirit resurrection, the alchemical marriage, the phallus, the chalice. I found the center of self and reestablish my balance. For what?
I re-establish my balance, harmonizing the energy of all 7 planets. I intercept thoughts of greed, anger, and malice before they can develop into hideous habits. I follow Alice as she progresses through the rabbit hole. Not everybody's spiritual, but everybody has a soul. But we aren't physical beings experiencing the spiritual. We're spiritual beings experiencing the physical. Vibrate at the highest rate, trying to escape slow frequencies of hate. We are what we create. I was sent here to help all the muggles to awake. Celestial serpent, aka the heavenly snake. Deoxyribonucleic acidic activation. I cover Earth as she enters the lost stages of transformation, refining self to a state of spiritual gold, a substance only the innermost elders can hold.
This is the journey of the soul, the path of perfection, the awakening of the inner Christ, spirit resurrection, the alchemical marriage, return to the heavenly palace. I found the center of self and reestablish my balance. This is the journey of the soul, path of redemption, the awakening of the inner Christ, spirit resurrection, the alchemical marriage, the phallus, the chalice. I found the center of self and reestablish my balance. For what? The journey of the soul, the path of perfection, the awakening of the inner Christ, spirit resurrection, the alchemical marriage, return to the heavenly palace. I found the center of self and reestablish my balance. This is the journey of the soul, path of redemption, the awakening of the inner Christ, spirit resurrection, the alchemical marriage, the phallus, the chalice. I found the center of self and reestablish my balance.
It's going on that deeper soul journey and recognizing where the wounds are and also where the lies are and the programs.
Lord, grant us wisdom, so for your power reaches us as we advance through 7 spheres. The Spirit teaches us that we may relate to ourselves the vision of the 8th and the 9th. And since we are faithful, grateful, abiding in your law, meditating on your will, thus always fulfill us, heal us, yield us. Accept these spirit offerings which we direct to you with all our heart, soul, and strength, the essence, the tools. We pray today that you save what's within us. Grant us the keys and bring us immortal wisdom. I shall offer up the praise in my heart as I invoke the end of the universe. Truth and words will grow. The start of the beginning, we're sensing ascension goal. The immortal discovery where reason is sown with golden threads, holding the precious light, knowing that death is life, only infinite idealism, a brilliant prison. This instrument wants to sing to you daily. Mind is your plectrum, effigy radiant. Your guidance and righteousness definitely makes me see myself for the first time. Wealth bursts from my eye, temptations denied. I'm saying goodbye to the dead me. I've received power from you through love. It never left me. Protect me, lift me up, fill my cup. We give give thanks to the one approaching, that we may know him, that we have known him. Light of the mind, life of life, we have known him. Womb within every creature, we have known her. Hold her, sovereign, sacred, womb pregnant, blessed with the Father's nature. We have known you, we have known you. Internal constancy of the Father who conceives, worshiping your goodness, service without reprieve. We have worshipped your goodness, service without reprieve. We have known you. Lord, we ask one favor granted. We pray plain for solace. We wish to be bathed in and sustained by your knowledge. Lastly, Lord, there is one protection we desire, that we not stumble in this life. Please guide us through the fire.
I progress and push, take a second look at pages of the book of a past of reestablished friendships. Endless, take note, endless. And understanding the truth by understanding the roots. Understanding the truth by understanding the roots. Dissecting the difficult, I reflect by observing the middles filled with unfillable middles. Oh yes, it's true. I watch my crew turn blue. Sincerely, I clue them through. No, really, I do. Criticize my life and send it away with postage. Let the ghost lift all memories to those that I part with during the dark. Remember me. Store me in your memory, fluorescent complimented hunches by the bunches. In acceptance of all apologies, I analyze all sorries to understand one's biography. But it bothers me. It really bothers me. I display rage silently and accept things by letting it be. By letting it be, I accept things and display rage silently. But it bothers me. It really bothers me.
I've been through hell, back, forth, and beyond, beyond. Progressed past my past, fought off demons and heathens within the corridors of a maze contained within my skull. I chose isolation, solitude, to free me from contamination of the outside world. Ripping and tearing through sentimentality, I took stand, outlasted insanity in a marathon of emotional turmoil. But I look back and laugh. See, I abandoned my old self, killed him with patience, erased what once was a blinded man, wishfully thinking the truth was what he saw. But I lied to myself. So here I am now, unbreakable, composing the tale of my life through what I write, getting high, poetically. I'm not a lover of life nor an optimist, but I view it like a song. Sometimes I can't bear to listen, then on occasions, it's like euphoria. And I ride that beat and let it take me off on distances unknown, hoping it doesn't end. Then I get sick of it and press stop. Come back to it later on, realizing what I missed. Once again, it's like bliss, but it's cyclical, on repeat mode. So I just let it play until it's all out of my head, and wait for the next beat, and wait for the next beat, wait for the next beat.
Physical reality is not an illusion, it's a part of everything. It is where we have traveled in order to truly ascend. For true ascension happens here, and upon awakening, coming into the position to become the master of not only your spiritual existence, but also your physical existence, that is how all of this happens. And again, this is not the pathwork of spiritual escapism, like so much of the bullshit is out there. That's the pathwork of sheep and slaves. This is the pathwork of wolves and dragons. This is about spiritual self-mastery and coming into alignment with destiny here. And making life good, despite all the bullshit that I see so many of you still caught up in. Now, it's not to say that I'm not dealing with challenges in my own existence, because I am. But knowing the difference, you can step back and recalibrate.
surprise. It won't be long before you feel my vibe, so I keep it true, I keep it true.
Allow this to be an introduction of a higher breed, the separation of greed and need, where deliverance comes with speed. You take heed to an unsung poet, just an independent artist who shows you full expression with no intentions of holding or being held. The way I weld words is for the underground herds. I like to address the birds and bees, but they don't take the time to cater to me. So why should I lie to myself to watch my pride melt away? True, there'll be another day, but patience plays its part when you're thinking with your heart and not your mind. It's an endless bind which expands and eventually breaks. When stakes is high, I can sit here and lie, but I refuse to contribute to the matrix. I'd rather keep my eyes fixed on the prize, ignore the cries, and mentally fly away.
Come aware, fly away. Can you see the truth lying within my eyes? Listen to my song, comes with no surprise. It won't be long before you feel my vibe, so I keep it true, I keep it true. Can you see the truth lying within my eyes? Listen to my song, comes with no surprise. It won't be long before you feel my vibe, so I keep it true, I keep it true. Become aware, I keep it true. Become aware, yes I do. Become aware, I keep it true. Become aware.
An over-opinionated display of jealousy. Readings on the wall been telling me, to the point that just acting can be offered you away. But I guess you like it bracket as I hover stagnated and always heavy faded. With your mind invaded, a loss for words is what you've created. It's the whole aura that I hated. City concrete upon a corporate ladder. Put your money like your metabolism so you get fatter and continue to jock when you're worth your weight in rocks. On a journey for a planetary man, standing for the advanced enhanced trend with a glance at the inner being of me without making a mockery. Do you think this could be possible or slightly strange? Is it possible, maybe, that we could all change? But I've been there and done that. I'm tired of seeing fools within the station talking about they rap dreams, rocking nothing but FUBU jeans, and seriously lacking mechanics and fundamentals with no real potential for survival. Fools, man, they think they know everything. They're just dead on arrival.
Come aware,
and they know it all.
Can you see the truth lying within my eyes? Listen to my song, comes with no surprise. It won't be long before you feel my vibe, so I keep it true, I keep it true. Can you see the truth lying within my eyes? Listen to my song, comes with no surprise. It won't be long before you feel my vibe, so I keep it true, I keep it true. Become aware, I keep it true. Become aware, yes we do. Become aware, I keep it true. Become aware, for real. Become aware, become aware.
People thought I was some weird hermit or something, but what I was doing in that time was I was getting my head straight, and I was learning about what was going on. Deep amounts of knowledge and learning were being taken in. And then I had to make the decision to do something with that knowledge. That's not where it ends, that's where it begins.
All-consuming carriage of laws fortifies the foundation of a false caricature. Sewing jaws shut, common conversation will never be enough to extend extraordinary blends of pure mind and pure thought, sought after, hoping to reach before all motivations are lost, to another lasting legacy, leaving nothing but a lingering learning curve. Ears seem to be open, though nothing can be heard. Couldn't capture the concept of negative thoughts at an excess, just an exhale and a deep breath away from the impact of that highly anticipated day, when all doesn't have to go your way, but breathing in breaths that break down peace of mind when I ingest appear to have me held captive within a nest, unable to break out of this shell.
What you have to do is get in there and confront people. Explain this, not stay silent, not stay hidden.
Erosion takes place at an astonishing rate when human emotions hesitate to heed the warning signs which can line you up with fate. Given a daily dose of sound judgment, sounding so surreal with the appeal of applying life's lessons, but an answer to the question remains unanswered due to the impact of puzzling impressions, pressing upon the misunderstood meanings of the absent malice that manifests when misinterpreted by indecisive decisions, delivering a resounding verdict with the sentence not to be taken lightly, for it causes heavy heart, and with the binding burden serving no purpose but to populate a state of mind and assimilate all of its kind into existing within a prism, appearing to be prison. The price is promised with honest intentions of honoring for what all souls have been longing.
Humanity, with all its fears, with all the hopes of future years, is hanging breathless, 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 breathless.
Feels good to breathe easy, believe me, I've felt the breath before. But the moment is brief and outweighed by the pain. If I fail to never reach, the rain reigns supreme. Mind framing trains of thought only to get caught off track. When steel rails no longer rest parallel, separating the unison, influencing destinations trails, emitting pollution from wind to tailpipe. A life wasted, wondering and wandering, while flaunting a forgetful past. Still forgetful when I ask myself, when will it pass?
The Hermit represents someone withdrawing from the activities of the outside world to do more inner work. Represents privacy, prudence, thoughtfulness, attention to detail, a methodical approach to a spiritual journey. A guide, teacher, or sage, solitude, possessing a virtue and living by one's values. This calls for discretion. This is someone who's extremely trustworthy. One is possessing of great substance. You're not being distracted by minutia, but you are engaged in research.
It seems each day I stand up to fall down in the pool of self-pity. I lie horizontal without struggle, relinquish the past and all I've ever been shown for the unknown to escape this planet in its circle of seasons. I present you with 360 reasons. The loss of spiritual and physical freedom, mass confusion, the hollow words been used merely to perpetuate this illusion. Unawareness and loss, constant struggle and pain. Men who prostitute their souls for material gain. The fact the ends justify the wicked ways in which we attain worldly success. Unattained desire, the loss of spiritual fire. Greed and lust, the only connection between man and woman is flesh. Selfishness, fear, imitation, the tainted forever poison the untainted. Innocence fades with age, a never-ending battle I wasn't at the beginning to wage. All too often, ulterior motives surface to service, feel the breath of insanity, and through grace we remain focused. Darkness closest at times, hatred and on purpose provoke us. Now raise your vibratory level to that of the metaphysical, beyond coincidental. Traditional methods lead to unseen madness. Ourselves plant the seeds of pleasure and pain. If everything in this world is temporary, then what are we here to obtain? The seasons of life will forever remain unexplained. We ourselves plant the seeds of pleasure and pain. If everything in this world is temporary, then what are we here to obtain? So obsessed with this material plane, we forgot about our divinity, that which we were sent to reclaim. I've been on the verge since I first merged with flesh. Plummeted to the planet with 5 cents and several habits acquired from a previous existence. Shedding many outer shells after they serve their purpose, elevating me ever closer to the supreme state of being. A divine perfection that's rarely achieved. Still, it's the ultimate goal. Gladiate for your soul. Loosen the grip of Maya's control. Wherever this river of electronic light flow. Fascinated by how the city lights glow. Still very aware these actions and faces and mortal creations are just an extension of the invisible original source that some choose to call Lord. God, Jah, Allah, Christ, Krishna, Brahman, Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva. Ineffable ageless wisdom that transcends and speaks through the language of astrology and DNA. Mesmerized by the mechanics of alchemy. The way our lives mimic the motion of the ocean's tide. So tired of how we think we live separate lives. How much longer must we defend separate sides of the same? This useless dimension of division's insane. The seasons of life will forever remain unexplained. We ourselves plant the seeds of pleasure and pain. If every obsessed with this material plane, we forgot about our divinity, that which we were sent to reclaim. In the season of the unexplained, what are we here to obtain? The wrong frame of mind we're in. I can see we're all within the same. On this plane, on this plane. What's the purpose of this plane?
It's just like any seed, it has to die to its lowest form in order to take root into its true form. That's what alchemy is.
True form.
Bioluminescence, two messages, inspires far out. The entire earth's absorbed in circumhorizontal arc clouds. The energies that spin in me are hundreds of madnesses. If I tried to explain it, I'd run out of adjectives. That metaphor alone ain't even accurate. I need a million lexicons to come close to being adequate. I smile when I see this owl or hear what it has to say. These cherished instants hatch with race, it overshadows Fabergé's. And strange, the greatest moments of my life are seen as mistakes that they could ever even have potential to evaporate. She dispersing the paper that folded itself into countless butterflies that proceeded to consume me till there was nothing but her inside. I apologize, but who am I to hide when my heart sighs and vibe when what they drink's enough to sink as deep as years of light was fried. Millenniums of sun beneath my umber steep with fireflies. The wondrous peace, my regnant darkness underneath is brightened by entire worlds of origami swirl inside me. I evolve like Uzumaki, blue chalk refuse Karama fireballs. This illumination's threatened by the threat of compromise, by resistance to a non-existent pressure not applied. I am thought to think in ways that I would not appreciate, forced to drown beneath the weight of a sea compiled of these mistakes. Context and perspective account for nearly everything, and the slightest misperception can veer the best of us astray. Lucky for me, there hasn't been enough to separate, but it may have been enough to render us a lesser way. I wish it wasn't every day, and fear it will perpetuate. It's happened far too often, no coffin, I've clawed from several graves. Why is it that I've been blessed to bathe in such a pleasant flame? And not only is that debt unpaid by failure to reflect this race, but somehow I've managed to provide an unpleasant shade and be irksome to the most important person I have met to date. What's written in the book of life is what is pertinent to you. I choose to read the truth, to see the crucial work I'm meant to do, to be improved, modified. I scour worlds for the hidden loom from which the fabric comes, the universe will dish me to. You may be tethered to my space by mistake, my satellitic oops, a brilliant moon that lights my sky, but I find firmament in you. So take solace that what you provide is beautiful. To one who magnificence within him's not what's usual. I walk the nucleus of a Russian doll of crucibles, a single corridor that Ouroboros doors are always looping to. That's why there's nothing I won't do for you. Come back from my own funeral, and despite what you might believe, I don't wear a mask or costume for you. Fuck a pedestal, you're hovering cause that's what your wings and feathers do. Absolve you of that for which you're responsible, I would never do. But when you try to carry more than you should support, I must step into. You've never tried to place blame away from you. If you did, without hesitation, I would have told you that you're tripping, kid. There's a balanced specificity to what I say. I don't speak in generalities unless it's by mistake.
My presence ancient, branching out into the vacant basements. You call the mind brilliant, how it makes sense. Recline into nothingness, to be all there is. God honest, disturbed enough, but the moral is for adrift. With the horror crux in my fist, built into my microphone diaphragm. Empathy to unfixed perception. Effortless on a path to bliss. My soul don't really know what plastic is. Infection, the act of aggression. An obsession, just drop into suspension. That's where I've been, though. One mind like Orabin, though. You don't begin to know. Reawaken within the flow. Spun out, then I learned to row. Burn a poem with words filled with passion. Flame happens, not the player, but the game that's everlasting. Stacks of infractions, leaning on your axis. Non-action, attraction. On the track and finding traction. So much, so it's relaxing. I'm free to rap with enthusiasm, to make the heat that fade to cast its spell beyond the veil. Counteract climate fail when the mind is well. Ride the rail, RPM in his delightful tale. Reads like private mail written in braille, but you can kinda tell my style. Both sides of the wall in Palestine. I'm way more above the rim than Woody Harrelson. You mistook the zone for arrogance, so my arrow zips through the air. Morphogenesis of rarest gems. Pegasus flying swift over the precipice. Forced by a codex open throughout the ocean mist. Refocus, the soul is homeless. Brown robe come the wokus. Ferocious, magnum ovis. Yeah, like snow clung to the old sun to expose us. So hold on, I rip the bar till the bar none. Clothe us in the garden like we all one. Departed dharma of a god look like arson. Rahman to your being like Saladin. Come to you in a dream and live in color like a silver screen. Delivery from Mr. Smithereens. Adrift in faceless books and hooked on wicked memes. Putting stem cells between themselves and hell. I hope we live to tell while knowing full well all good things from my hood wings. Don't give a fuck what the hood thinks. Got you open like a good shrink. My words, Lord the Sphinx. And I've been cured ever since.
My cigar's a bit hard to follow, swallow, breathe. I believe I'm that genie out the bottle with a dream. Conceived on the eve of destruction, what it be? Here's a taste of the odd talk. Peep, I do it well. L. Ronnie is the telltale. Ornery is West Side rhyme, slinger line, linker. Time seems to stand still. I span skill and globalize my battle drills. Open eyes to scatter ill talent. That's the rawest of the elements. I pack it. Plus I'm gallant in my balance of wit and rhyme ability. Feeling no one can really get with me, but we can all share the shine. Go line for line and try and freak it. My style's like a deep hit of unique shit. When the speak gets inside, yeah, I keep on checking minds on habitual, but lately it's like a ritual. And even when I spit it slow, a hidden dose can coach you. I'm beyond dope, no, I told you. My soul caliber's explosive. Even foes toast when I get open. I'm holding ground and folding sound to cloud the immediate area like graffiti can carriers. The beyond dawn bombers with a speak that spans barriers, shattering all armor.
I got all the lights off, I'm sitting here on my mattress, you know what I'm saying? I lit a candle, closed all the doors, the windows, cut the lights off, and I'm meditating, you know, I'm looking at this candle and this flame. I'm fascinated because the flame is just dancing, you know, it's just dancing. You got a mind of its own, you know, and this flame controls everything in the room, you know, it was like the darkness pays attention, you know what I'm saying? It's like I want to be that light. That's my
And what is that shifting in the mind? The wind? No, they are there. Let your ear be gentle.
See, all of you, well, not all of you, but most of you out there think that you're awake because you know what the fuck is going on around you. But do you know what's going on within you? Do you even know who you are? Do you remember?
Collective asses to the ground while we elevate the sound. It comes from further down, just like I know where you're going. I'm almost closing in on your perception. Depressing, but we've been this far, so why quit? Ain't down with all that style shit. If you're looking for a trend, then you should step to the next man. I'll still be on my journey. I'm trying to see it's long. Fuck people. I can't even get with what they shit's on. Demanding I respect through positive vibes and music. And y'all gon' keep it before you lose it. See, I'm knowing that it's time to go in a few. You know, be like coming and going like a wannabe crew. 2 or 5 errors of your life cycle, fool. Now, come on, get with that. When you peep this track, I'm sitting back like, yeah, I did that. Now, who loves you, baby? And who's really refined? I ain't feeling ignorant birds that leave, but they blind, meaning chickens and ducks. I ain't gotta fuck to get negativity can miss me. I'd rather live. Some be out just for the fame, an excuse to spit game, but I ain't trouble or sorry, or tired like Atari. I'm in it for this reason, to spread the teaching only, and I dare the first sinless motherfucker to come and stone me. Sitting on the treasure by my lonesome, while the outside world plays no real wholesome. Did it all change? Is it all a game when it's really disguised as being insane? I'm just sitting on the treasure by my lonesome, while the outside world plays no real wholesome. Did it all change? Is it all a game when it's really disguised as being insane? I'm just sitting on the treasure by my lonesome, while the outside world plays no real wholesome. Have we all changed? Is it all a game when it's really disguised as being the same?
What we feel is that you could do this. We get this. She's a good singer. She's a good vocalist. Dance beat. What we feel is that you could do this. We get this. She's a good singer. She's a good vocalist. Dance beat.
Sometimes I meditate. I mean, past the point of daydreams. A perfect world in a way seems attainable, but stays clean out of reach. A supreme form of speech through thought, as I screech through the knot. Flawless earth I'm cocked, forgotten moments left behind. Faces of death defined by a still heart and no breath, the real start. Mark these words, heard in a dream, disturbed in a keen state of living. Giving all, no kidding, admitting few to even an interview. So when you view the staff, you say they've come at last when all is stunned and no one laughs. Or ask questions, the answer is before you. Through the door, true men appear when a clear mind is reached. Each with extraordinary souls to hit goals and get swole off of life. The legends do it right through the night. We make our way uninvited, excited the crowd when we vowed to keep the underground united and ride it out to the finish as the frauds and fakes diminish. Replace the menace with the man. Go ahead and grab his hand. I know the gab is grand, but where's the content? Build your confidence, kill the nonsense. Intensified studies of days, sharpen my ways. Raised with the value of the mind in it pays. As you graze the concrete jungle for the greens, I'll be on another level, or so it seems.
So it seems I'm invited. The potted light ignited the furnace to the heater where the point where the heat was so hot. So others raced out the spot they couldn't jot down the idols quick enough for y'all to overstand them. The constant ramble of an egomaniac makes many a wax. Good for instrumental tracks, but see the legends reign perpetual. Sexual advances from those who would usually walk on by but say hello. These days I go to a show with the level approach of the scene in the soul. Searching something I would die for but can't score the satisfaction. Settling for action while the mind stays clash.
It's Saturday night and everyone else is out having fun. It's the best excuse in the world.
White knight, mentally worn out excitement. How big's it going?
Of evil, uprise against the evil that lies inside of you that never tells the truth or maybe too much of it. Discovered it, a succubus concealed their claws until they kill the laws of the universe. Seem to leave you cursed at first, second heaven on earth. Third person perspective, living to live, giving get back what you hoard. There isn't a prize that the Almighty cannot afford, so be sure what you deceive and steal for. Is it real or an illusion? Was reducing the mind state, eclipsing what shines great, unable to shift, walking the line as an arrow becomes an intangible task. Remove the mask at last, can't gasp at the vision. Sitting in submission, subtle tunnel vision, twist and listen to your arm broke. Do not be alarmed, it's just a joke you told until you got old. They plot on your skull and now they think they got your soul. Up evil, uprise against the evil that lies inside of you that never tells the truth or maybe too much of it. Discovered it, a succubus concealed their claws until they kill the laws of the universe. Seem to leave you cursed at first, second chance gather the whole. All seven chakras reacting to the neo-masochist and the sadistic satisfaction, a distraction to the destruction. Consumption indeed can make you follow the lead. Stop and get stomped by the stampeding livestock that can't talk. Peace to the wise, looking into dilated eyes. You can and will not be surprised. Of evil, evil up, rise against the evil that lies inside of you that never tells the truth, or maybe too much of it. This covenant, a succubus concealed their claws until they killed the laws of the universe. Seem to leave you cursed at first. Second nature, a natural creature, learn to breathe outside the element. Discontinue products of negativity, readjust levels of sensibility. Recipients of hellfire, don't let the devil become part of your history. A to 1, it's the infinity, changing the million brethren, never blending. Guardian angel, eyes of open, closing in with conditional love, leaves the body searing ungodly. Leave it to be chosen by the others, brother able. Let them apologize if they experience hate in their heart. It's a part of our moral evolution. As you can see, we evolve every day, but by the night's end, we have mutated, mutilating every multiple moment, despised by organizations that follow vengeful God's exile. Since birth, the facade of living this religion doesn't congregate at church. They forgot about the earth spirits rise, falling from their grace. Don't disconnect their ties, turn face to their lies. Unwise to accept without study, assume the soul is hungry, take shape of a cannibal. Kill me, I'll go straight to heaven. I'm one of God's animals. Hell is not an option when one could understand it all, but fall in the everlasting flame, fire and brimstone. But we know we can change direction back home. Evil up, rise against the evil that lies inside of you that never tells the truth, or maybe too much of it. This covenant, a succubus concealed their claws until they kill the laws of the universe. Seem to leave you cursed at first.
In the sea of illness and benevolence, many can't swim through the rhetoric to evidence. Tell me what is really righteous or unjust when we all fly, electrify, or we combust. We combust.
Let it go, it's happening to me. I can't believe I'm burning up inside, but there's no fire that I can see. Think that I'll tell you no lie. Reach forward, tell me how high. Keep going, reach to the sky. Not knowing how to reply. Just feeling, let it reside. Inside I'm feeling, we try to touch that ceiling and fly, 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 fly.
You know, that fire that burns within your soul, that determination that sees you through.
Self-destruction, consumption. Dark days keep coming, they keep coming. You're my lifeline is growing thin. My rotten heart lies within. Pondering I am on when this bullshit will end. Torturing myself but never learning lessons. Pregnant by my self-doubt, inside my soul shouts. Describing my own demise. I sit and I wait for my lies to destroy all my ties and leave me by myself in the unknown. Whose fault? My own. No dial tone, yo, nobody's home. Stuck all alone in the danger zone. Stuck all alone in the danger zone. Self-destruction. I'm heading for self-destruction. Self-destruction. I'm heading for my own self-destruction. Self-destruction. We all heading for self-destruction. Self-destruction. Battling with myself every day. Devil's laughter, planting cancer in my brain, so drained. Detained like a man convicted the same. Looking in the mirror, but that dude ain't the same. Staring back is a maze with no way out. Drifting through my life, lost is my flight. Migraine plague my days, and the pain just grows and grows, and it won't go away. Yo, I can't sleep, 'cause when I sleep, I can feel the vultures' hunger growing stronger. 'Cause they know it's only a matter of time till I clock out. See, my condition is killing me so slow. They got tags awaiting the time I told. Wasted so much love, drug myself through the mud. What do I do? I'm so confused, I'm lost and losing. Such confusion. I'm stuck in life's illusion, playing games with my soul. Playing games with my soul. All this self-destruction. I'm lost in my own thoughts. I'm lost in my own thoughts.
Comprehend this message I'm relaying in this lyrical form. Vocal ability enables me to transcend the norm. So in the eye of the storm, stand firm and transmit. Source of labor, don't quit. That's every don't stop. Wrap your soul and pour on to a new frame of mind. Seek and find harmony while you have time. Seek and find harmony. Seek and find harmony. Seek and find harmony. This is taking hold of your soul.
The alchemist was concerned with the advancement of his own inner life.
Motion makes the world go around, kinetic. My activity statue is at liberty to grow. Energize the grid with the flow of truth to remove ignorance at the roots.
Alchemical wordplay, heal with rap. We keep it underground with that real shit at. It's the alchemical wordplay, bringing you the wisdom that'll free and sheep from the matrix system.
I use the rhythm as a stepping stone to the inexpressible.
Chemical resonates universal law. The
I'm in the lab like a scientist, and I'm remixing like an alchemist.
What remains is that little flame of spark, that fire in your heart. Take your mark and let's start. Let's go. Let's go.
Anybody got a problem with progress? Get at me.
Artificial sun with no real life. These kids on YouTube trying to find a meaning in life.
Never what you know.
Not enough, so I conduct my research in the cuts. Bump and excuse the static. I'm the alchemist with a twist from the true soil.
I like my information factual, of course, to be aware of reality around me, and I obey the golden rule.
I reevaluated, contemplated, and concentrated my energy in the direction of the sacred.
Sunrise, open my eyes from the cousin of demise. Stretch my wings to my sides and roar out like a lion. Gaze up at the clock and try to orientate. Time to wake from the dreamscape, determine my fate. For the day, let me wash my face and external. It feels so good to submerge the surface of my dermal in the stream of consciousness. Bless my body, immaculate. Whether steaming like a sauna, let water evaporate. Contemplate my future for 1G is spherical. Rotation as I conjugate my verbs and lyrical formulations. Throughout the sunlight, I write memories. Stories embossed in my left brain temporarily. Rarely I travel in the path of righteousness. So I guess my quest is to determine true fate. Use my words to escape the conditional reality. Battling the fallacy which I hate. Don't participate. The rhythm and the rhythm to life. Transform the evil darkness to a positive light. Let my dreams flow high like the wings of a kite. With the clouds take flight. That's right. Take flight. I bring the life to the rhythm and the rhythm to life. Transform the evil darkness to a positive light. Let my dreams flow high like the wings of a kite. With the clouds take flight. With the clouds take flight. I bring rhythm back to the light like the act of black population. My words are sunlight in rotation as I span across the nation. The east half may laugh because they experience it first, but the west half will always get the last laugh. As I burst, my fluid spill on the grass, fertilizing your ass to make your consciousness grow. Oh, you know, the time is mine to shine like sweaty black faces. In the chain gang line pushing stones for the races, singing songs about redemption in a code of ebonics. Loving the Negro people's music like my name was Hermit. Listen, I jam on and enter you into my nucleus. I'm old school at heart, even though I'm kinda new to this. Perfectly green like springtime and rebirth. Clean out your mind and rehearse, re-edify. Realize the reaction as I recalcify. We know it, most niggas in the street be enveloped in weed blowing, or soaking up the liver with the white man's poison. Drinking the fire water, shooting breeze out with the poison. I've seen a lot and had experience upon another, so now I dedicate my life to a misfortunate brother. In the end, we're all related by thought, by nature, by humanity, by bones and flesh. See, my words just smash together so splendid like collages. So remove your glasses and stop following mirages. In effect like causes, I'm determining the consequence. I ask people just to clarify so they can make sense. Bringing things back to the future, I am the present tense. In the past life, I had to fight away the offense. Shady niggas get defensive when I step into the cipher. I let them strike out 3 times so they can become a lifer. Locked inside of my chamber for eternal damnation. Leave your message with my secretary, son, I'm on vacation. Yeah. Yo, that's right, what? Yeah, yo, that's right. Yeah. That's right, what? Yo.
I'm a hermit. I'm a hermit. Leave me the fuck alone. Leave me the fuck alone. I got what you want now. Look, I'm a hermit. Leave me the fuck alone. Social butterfly. Why? Look, birth of a better man. Through words and letters, man. Dialogue heard for whatever end. Some sequence letting in. Some sequence blurred, but it's better than a definition of what a friend. The reality is gravity. It's pulling fools in. Nearer, closer. Most are gonna be, but some of this is unseen energy. Fiends, so they sucking it. People got their own means now when they telling it. People finding outlets, what? And they yelling it. One man's time for the hell of it. I wanna make it and be selling it. I think the wind is propelling it, it's relevant. to any other life form life form in a seminar on who you are and what you wanna do. While you in the midst then, definite cause and effect, making an effort to make it all connect, making an effort to make it all make sense, make it easy to see the intent. Why you over here with that time that you spent, what you wanna make, why you wanna crew, why you have a fake, what you wanna do, is it me or you, is it them too, it's never through. The next, the friendly game of the next time. You over here, leave me alone, I'm a hermit. What? You in my zone. The next, the friendly game of the next time. You over here, leave me alone, I'm a hermit. You in my zone. The next. Look, I know I need to change, probably oughta switch, but I got friends who be living in a satellite, bitch, and I'm feeling them. Some I never know when it's time to go, so I let them know. To the next show, party's over there, exit over here, doors to the rear. Careful when you steer, always ride safe. No, I won't hate, but I need space. Better learn me quick, stuck in the middle of some shit gets thick when I meet what people might not really wanna see. Maybe they're shocked when it's not what's expected. Maybe they're shocked when it's not what's projected on the outside, but on the inside it's a who ride. Better just slide, man, you gotta go home, cause you in my zone. And no, don't call me on the phone, I'm alone with family and friends. The next, the friendly game of the next time. You over here, leave me alone, I'm a hermit. What? You in my zone. The next, a friendly game of the next time. You over here, leave me alone, I'm a hermit. You in my zone. The next.
You asking for the time, there is no better time. Do you control your mind? Can you control your time, or is it hard for you to see?
I don't mean to diss, just get this off the chest. Let's do what feels the best. If you don't know the rest, the next is I don't mean to diss, just get this off the chest. Let's do what feels the best. If you don't know the rest, I don't mean to diss, just get this off the chest. Let's do what feels the best. If you don't know the rest, the next is I don't mean to diss, just get this off the chest. Let's do what feels the best. If you don't know the rest, the next is a friendly game of the next.
We could grow, we could develop.
As we know that heaven is not a place, and happiness lives in the heart. Long as the world keep turning, our duty is to keep on learning. You heard?
Keep on learning. It's soaking up game. We gon' make mistakes. We gon' go through some pain. Keep on growing. Keep on soaking up game. If something ain't working, don't be afraid to change.
Nobody know it all. As soon as you think you do, that's when you fall. We got to do more to survive. We must evolve. Things change just when you think you've seen it all. We trip, we stumble, but we get back in stride. Each day all the way, one step at a time. Don't want to let my ego and pride make me blind. The elders say when you stop growing, that's when you die. The one who gets the knowledge is the one who asks why. Through the course of life, you gon' taste some humble pie, but I love it. It makes me appreciate the things that I take for granted. Gaining insight and understanding. Each one teach one, we got to pass it on. Keep doing the knowledge, building and adding on. With faith in the assumption that nobody knows everything, but everybody knows something.
Keep on learning. It's soaking up game. We gon' make mistakes. We gon' go through some pain. Keep on growing. Keep on soaking up game. If something ain't working, don't be afraid to change.
Yo,
The more you know you don't know. And if you don't know, there's more you can know, then you won't grow. What you don't know can hurt you. Discipline is a virtue. Gotta ask the right questions or else you go in cycles and ciphers and spirals. Information is viral, it's infectious, contagious. And how you going through stages like the night you don't believe that. No, we didn't do that. Then reality set in, there's no disputing the facts. Yo, I'm sorry if I woke you up, but when I open up, it's like I'm smoking, but I'm high off the people. Watch me soak it up. Huey said the best education is observation and participation. Study how the people be relating. Different points of views turn bad news to good news. See, it's kinda like some shoes, cause they got to make you move. Treat it like organic food, make it something you can chew. Information you can use, make it something you can do.
Keep on learning. It's soaking up game. We gon' make mistakes. We gon' go through something. Keep on growing. Keep on soaking up game. If something ain't working, don't be afraid to change.
Hey man, it's okay to say you don't know. Cause when you let go your ego, you're free from all illusion. Dig? Can't make moves in confusion. Don't look for conflict, man. Always look for the solution. My pop said humility is a sign of wisdom. But to really soak it in, now that's a different kind of listening. See, man sharpen man. And every day is another lesson. And it's not failure when you learn, man. It's a blessing. And as the Buddha says, nothing lasts forever. We gotta manage our expectations. The less we crave, the less we suffer. In this way we awaken. Right understanding, right thought, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, right focus. Keep soaking. Soak it up.
Keep on learning. It's soaking up game. We gon' make mistakes. We gon' go through something. Keep on growing. Keep on soaking up game. If something ain't working, don't be afraid to change.
Gods and earths, Egyptian signs, abolishing mystery, hidden knowledge, devices and third eye and darkness reigns. Political tyrants of the all-encompassing savage intelligence, venomous eminence, worshiping whom they fear. Correlated elapsed time with observed genetic drift to provide a calculation of time, representing development periods of discovery, forbidden historic stories, the truth now fabricated mythology. Our voices travel 5 seconds per mile, living as models of the universe, comprised of combined compounds, all found within the earth. Elemental embodiment designed by mostly oxygen, hydrogen, liquid acid, the soul made of salt, indestructible, eternally, forever, the alpha and omega. Blinded research shows failure before trying to unveil the truth. Question pride of believing what's read and told to you. Stop following and become a leader. Be the savior of thyself. Trial and error, lesson, self-reflection, understanding what surrounds us within. Interplanetary transcendentalist principles and practice, enhancing creative aptitude of the mind. A master of your circumference, freeing the spirit from what's seen by the eye. Slaves suffering a mental death must be led by the righteous and wise. This is for the people, infinite walks of light.
We soldiers ajar, souls from the stars, open thoughts to silence the mind. Science divine and self-mastery, monographs in a monastery, chanting mantras, watching the subconscious crack. This is an ancient artifact, catharsis over tracks. Comprehensive curriculum in full effect. One of the sickest son, the mystic war, Atlantean priest. My war felt throughout the globe, powerful soul. Overpowered donals with eternal powerless flows. Descended from the planet to antimatter to kill the Bilderbergs. Ill with the words when I spill a verse. Blast the mortal, killing devils, demoralized souls. Attack full force, unprecedented. Best of the transcendentalists. Grasp the mysteries of the atom in the Sermon on the Mount. I learn why you doubt. As Mother Earth leaves the vermin scratched out. As the heavens open like scrolls in the time lapse. The skies crack with giant UFOs. The science unfolds in binary code. From atoms to archangels to astral flights to megalithic monuments on the moon. To the gods' tombs, to the metropolis on Mars. Stargates to other star systems too. The cosmic continuum of the God in you. Galactic intelligence, the master of elements. Telepathic cellular rip in space-time. The greatest minds are the cosmic visionaries. Holding the keys to immortality. Speech is the mirror to the soul. As a man speaks, so he is. My flow is sick, it's lonely at the top, but I feel close to the jar. A soldier of God, soul from the stars.
is about creative source. This is about higher consciousness. This is about stellar personality. This is about soul integration. This is about knowing yourself. This is about knowing what the fuck is really going on. This is about knowing what your true potential is.
Many lives I faced, in this shell I race, cause I fell from grace, trying to make it up to that higher place, trapped in time and space. I'm a soul in flesh, I'm a soul in flesh, been around so long, heard a zillion songs, running marathons, active being born, keeps my memory gone, so I must relearn, I'm a soul in flesh. Worldly vices surrounding, shake time pounding at the door, blessings analog, miraculous gift of life accounted for, corridors of memories, future, past, and present evidence, fresh out of the essence of lifetime, journey back, I'm hesitant, been here, it's been years, I'm trying to keep it sincere, but sin steers me in near humanity's final frontier, here comes fear and drugs, fear, and lust peers do dust cheer, the mind group that will lead you and deceive you, and they appear in many shapes and forms, now let me take this form, to find my way back out of the dark wilderness and break the storm, it happens, see the sun once more, I'm taking on, the challenge my existence has become, with persistence, caught up in resistance, elevation born, to celebrate this war, to meditate this storm, of hella aches and torn, emotional roller coasters, accelerators on, they never wait, ain't featherweight, a devastating storm, born, sworn, to wreck and make men mourn, but when it's met head on, instead it makes you strong, so better late than never, your liberation comes, when innovation from your inner nature's one, I penetrates the dumb, and then it makes you one, and that creates new understanding due too long, creating a true bond, and that'll move you on, your merry way that's heavenly, your spirit may move on, I'm a soul in flesh, many lives I faced, in this shell I race, cause I fell from grace, trying to make it up, out this hellish place, trapped in time and space, I'm a soul in flesh, I'm a soul in flesh, been around so long, heard a zillion songs, running marathons, active being born, keeps my memory gone, so I must relearn, I'm a soul in flesh. Death is not an option, I'll only come back till I get it right and break the cycle, and it's rough and some crack in the face of conscience under pressure, let me tell you one fact, heaven is here, hell is till you make it, and nobody want that, and it's like 3, 2, 1 contact, when you're moving on track and your song's fat, and you're going back with your own patented zone practices, fact is, you can relax with it, you was born to master it, disastrous raptures, manufactured, turning the world like accesses is, actresses and actors in this life, put a mask on what your existence is, faster than you could call a rap bastard, a bastard you captured, but afterward the third eye massacre occurred, and the third eye's asses were restored, but the world had to be destroyed first for the masses to return to a passage of birthright, third eye mastery, like chosen sperm cells to the egg with the capacity, and this is just the way shit has, and if you ask for the key to enlightenment, it'll make you free, but it ain't free, and it's a price worth more than life, facilities dwelling deep down in a world you can't see, but then you caught it, you saw it, you was it, and then you knew the answers to the questions that kept puzzling, and didn't have to come repeat the cycle anymore, cause now you was one with the sun and the moon and the sea. I'm a soul in flesh, many lives I faced, in this shell I race, cause I fell from grace, trying to make it up to a higher place, trapped in time and space, I'm a soul in flesh, I'm a soul in flesh, been around so long, heard a zillion songs, running marathons, active being born, keeps my memory gone, so I must relearn, I'm a soul in flesh.
I know that there are those who will be critical of us because we want to be free, but it seems to be a natural gift to want to be free. On tomorrow morning, your servant will go to trial. I'm going to have to stand properly before
Life can be the source of the stress. It checks the balance of motivation and opposition. From epidemic to celebration without division. Impaired, aware it's the root of all evil. Deceiving the individual. You caught in it freedom, I don't. You hold weight that shifts your bone plates. A lone fate can make for long days in a lone state. The quicksand resembling brimstone, heaves and flame. You sink fast when your day is in pain.
Every breath is a struggle to maintain. So get that weight up off of your back just like your atlas. Shrugging a map, it takes practice to react intelligently mentally. Kind of attack where exactly the devil should be. Deep inside, big surprise, yo, the devil is me. Good disguise in the mirror, we see what you're wanting to be. It's in your eyes, now you're on the rise like tides a level of sea. Everything will turn to dust eventual, but I stay flexible. Why? Cause even steel can rust, as if your problems ain't real enough. And then the stress just keeps on building up. You gotta find release and unleash that unguided energy. Put your soul at peace. So when the stress just keeps on building up. You keep building.
From the bottom to the dark of the great scale. Don't bother a lost cause. Delivering hate mail direct to your inbox.
New soul, body, and detox. The refresh, play that radio beatbox. A restore errors where they working for respect. To reject thought that your life is a lost art.
Your knees flex, sniffing the paint thinner. The winners are harsh, dwindling downtown and mimics the part. The devil plays in the Everglades. Call it a snake in a boat, so look twice. Don't mistake it for hope. Invoke a nightmare to break in your throat. It's harder to breathe, collapse lungs like escaping a smoke.
So understand that's the way that we cope. Get frustrated on the days that we don't, but haven't flipped yet. Peace goes out to all my shipwrecks, staying afloat. No sign of distress, the heart is always able to hold. Everything will turn to dust eventual, but I stay flexible. Why? Cause even steel can rust, as if your problems ain't real enough. And then the stress just keeps on building up. You gotta find release and unleash that unguided energy. Put your soul at peace. So when the stress just keeps on building up. You keep building until the point where you can't wake up. It's hard to fathom all the energy that making money takes up. Then it's time to realize you're telling yourself lies, and it's hard to recognize the shell of yourself when you're feeling more at home abroad in alienations. Long path wandering, showing no sign of ending when you're spending more time pondering God of creation. Shed skin instead of living with limitation.
I give you innovation, but then you got to listen. Corner off, sort of on time. Find your optimism astray. Pull it back, hook, line, sinker, define, think of compatible, overcoming irrational thoughts. You fought sinners in tragedy. Division of family, can it be the line and it's silver? I'm finding the diamonds rougher than sandpaper. Keep it eclectic, invest in measures of fortitude. I'm forcing the objective.
Everything will turn to dust eventual, but I stay flexible. Why? Cause even steel can rust, as if your problems ain't real enough. And then the stress just keeps on building up. You gotta find release and unleash that unguided energy. Put your soul at peace. So when the stress just keeps on building up. I keep building.
I write rhymes for the under, bring truth to the light. How many MCs only in it for the spotlight? Bring truth to the light.
I can damn it, George. On the mic, you can't handle it.
Bring truth to the light. I write rhymes for the under. Your whole goal is profit. I write rhymes for the under, bring truth to the light. How many MCs only in it for the spotlight? Bring truth to the light.
I can damn it, George. On the mic, you can't handle it.
Bring truth to the light. I write rhymes for the under.
There is light in the soul, there will be beauty in the person. If the person is holding it from conception to completion. But don't hurry, let it happen, and let it be. And don't worry, take your time, savor what you see. Spread love everywhere you go, but first in your own home. Give your family a hug, keep them company when they're alone. It's really very simple, this magical formula that you're looking for. Want nothing, thus you'll have everything and won't need more. Sometimes I have to make sure that I am awake and not dreaming. I learn more about myself, looking at all of you. I'm just searching for some meaning. What we give is all that matters and all that is remembered. Suffering disappears and joy remains. Your heart beats out the words your mouth can no longer say. Gathering courage, recognizing strength once upon a time. Looking in the mirror with eyes stirred by some deep memory. Did who I was make a difference? Do you remember me? You were sitting passively. I was speaking seriously. Obviously with something very important to say. Instead of listening, you just turned your back and walked away. But it's okay, because I still have today. And your tomorrow was yesterday. Your tomorrow was yesterday.
I can be a hurtful person, but trust me, it ain't intentional. The way I go about myself, somewhat unconventional. And those who really know me know the spiritual and soulful side. Them's the only ears who I confide in. My humble-footed nature gets misplaced on occasion, but returns to save the day when I get carried away. Cooler heads prevail, and I believe I got the coolest. Most may disagree, but my track record proves it. Had some recent malfunctions, nervous breakdowns and such. Long-term potential on a platonic level. Cooler heads prevail, and that time I was the hothead. The end result, many wishing Joe would just drop dead. Oh well, I guess. God, no one to impress. Can't stress it enough, there's more to women than flesh. But I love it so much, it's hard cause I love her so much. Ride the storm cause in due time, cooler heads prevail.
There's this little voice inside of my head screaming at me, and you wonder why when you see me I don't always look happy. I've been right here for 22 years and I'm still not thinking clearly. I could be yelling into your ears and you still wouldn't hear me. I'm just trying to put rap back in its place like young Joseph. Always finding the silver lining when the situation seems hopeless. Writing songs to my heartbeat, stepping in with hard feet. Pardon me as I reach inside my soul wholeheartedly. Part of me wishes I could just fade away, and the other half is forcing me to stay awake. Traveling down these avenues that seem to be unraveling with role models like TV and D-Ski I keep developing.
We all keep developing every single day, you know? We all have our trials and tribulations to go through, and everyone makes mistakes, but mistakes, it's not a failure. You just gotta get up when you fall down, you know what I'm saying?
Wondering, humble man. Wonder about me. 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 Wondering, humble man. Wondering, humble man. Wondering, humble man. Wonder about me. Wondering, humble man. Wonder about me. Wondering, humble man.
Philosophy, we had alchemy, the transmutation of various phases of life. Alchemy was a transformation and a transmutation of energies. And these energies are essentially the same ones that we have in magnetism. We therefore have the constant realization that everything we do and everything that we see and have has values of its own.
As I tread the Hermit's path, I smoke those behind me who sneer and laugh. Many textures of the soul to refine, no straight lines, no bullshit empirical growth charts. I put mine.
The hermit, man or woman, who realizes that in order to go further in their journey, they really have to withdraw from society, withdraw from other people and their points of view, and retreat into hermit mode, basically.
Walking, thinking, feeling, responding, uncovering and discovering new things about myself in this mad world around me. Many philosophies, many tongues, many dialects and tones, different styles, but wild is wild, calm is calm, but cool is mature. Most cool cats are kids at heart. Now there's business along with the art. A chef with words, a chef with herbs, a chef with vegetables, soy products, and bean curd. Some look at my face and say, you're quite absurd. And I say why, cause I'm not down with the herd. Of the world, I haven't seen much, but with the mind I escaped the ghetto's clutch. Loose cigarettes, aspects, and CeeLo games, abandoned cars and colorful names on walls. Suburb days were filled with sun rays and crooked cops who looked at me sideways, singing that same old song, where you from, cause here you don't belong. Long strolls unravel my soul like a scroll, telling many stories untold. But some look at my face and say, you're quite absurd. And I say why, cause I'm not down with the herd.
when it comes to mission, a lot of people want to run out and they think they're going to save the world or they're going to save other people, and they're not, and they haven't even saved themselves yet. They're still toxic. They still got issues. They still got things that they're dealing with. And it's not to say that everybody out there, even people that do know the difference, aren't dealing with things. It's just a matter of catching and recognizing what it is and being the observer, like I'm talking about, right?
See, it's easy to point the finger and see how everybody else has been brainwashed, but it's not easy to look into the fucking mirror and see how you have been personally tailored. That's what I'm getting at here, and that's the only way that this shit is good.
I light up the sky, who be the sun? Disturb your adrenaline like African drums. Status quo? No. Along with the grain? No. I got my own flow. Similar to none, dangerous like itchy fingers on guns. Yet graceful like swans, but there's a built-in bond. Must diffuse, must choose. Right or wrong, win or lose. Born to die, that's why I ask why. Is it so hard to get a piece of the pie? Some look at my face and say you're quite absurd. And I say why, cause I'm not down with the herd.
We are not separate from the unconscious. You can call them the sheep all you want, the dead, the unbegun, the uninitiated, the profane, the unwashed masses. It doesn't matter what you call them. You better get to work on waking them up. Because they're making decisions about what happens with your life. They affect your freedom. Their ignorance affects all of our freedom. That's what the true great work is to make the darkness conscious. And people ain't interested in that work. They're interested in maintaining their comfort level, not rocking the boat, not getting in arguments with people, and not being hated by your family members and so-called friends.
Life gets hard, but it's all how you live it. What you get from it, what you put in it. Strife and stress may stay around, but they can't keep me down, see. Shit may look soft on the out, but it's tough on the in, my friend. Send your sorrow somewhere else. I come up swinging, so all I'm saying is, get ready when you see me coming, cause I'm not running. 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 Get ready when you see me coming, cause I'm not running. Get ready when you see me coming, cause I'm not running. Get ready when you see me coming, cause I'm not running. Get ready when you see me coming, cause I'm not running. See, I fight the good fight. That's how I stay alive. Keep mind and eyes on the prize. Pussy and thighs closed to players and soft suckers and all those pseudo motherfuckers who come in every color. So I'll watch my back and you watch yours, cause I'm looking at your front door. So get ready when you see me coming, cause I'm not running. Get ready when you see me coming, cause I'm not running. Get ready when you see me coming, cause I'm not running. Get ready when you see me coming, cause I'm not running. Systems trying to trip me and rape me, make me tongue their grapes of wrath. Hell hath no fury like the night. So I'll eat their fruit, swallow it whole, so it comes out in my shit as black gold. Maybe you better run. See, I'm deep like the roots, Life of a tree or the group, it's no matter. Insane nigga like Mad Hatter. And you're the queen of hearts and your wonderland's about to shatter at my hands. I'm in command of my destiny and victory tastes sweet. Complete my circle with your end and then I'll start again. See, my demise relies on God's time and your reasons have no rhyme. So get ready when you see me coming, 'cause I'm not running. So you know what? I think you better run.
Sitting on the treasure by my lonesome, by the outside world, ain't no hope. Did it all change? Is it all a game when it's really disguised to be insane? I'm just sitting on the treasure by my lonesome, by the outside world, plays no wholesome. Did it all change? Is it all a game when it's really disguised to be insane? I'm just sitting on the treasure by my lonesome, by the outside world, plays no wholesome. Did it all change? Is it all a game when it's really disguised to be insane? I'm just sitting on the treasure by my lonesome, while the outside world plays more wholesome. Have we all changed? Is it all a game when it's really disguised as being the same?
What? Who's that? Get away from me. Stop bothering me. Forget about what society says is or isn't, or what you can or cannot do. Forget about what society says. Forget about what society says. Forget about what society says.
Hermits! Hermits!